the tale of Frodo Baggins, who journeyed through Middle-earth to destroy the One Ring of Sauron in Mount Doom. What's this? No, I am not Gandalf the Grey, who helped Frodo Baggins travel through Middle-earth. No, I am Gandalf, the Temu Gandalf, hailing from Auckland, New Zealand. And no, there are no orcs in Auckland, except maybe that guy Scott. Anyway, Gandalf travelled from New Zealand to Australia, dropped out of many courses, and decided to play this game aimed at a much younger audience than him, for his barely noticeable puny YouTube channel, because he has no other ambitions in life, due to his rocky childhood and fear of change, which possibly came due to his parents' divorce. I can't keep up that voice the whole video. Aragorn's quest is narrated by Frodo's lover, Samwise Gamgee, for which Sean Astin adds his voice in. Sam is actually telling the children hobbits, including his son that he had with Frodo Jr., the story of Aragorn.
Come on, Dad, you have to tell us now, please. Hooray! Story!
Somebody needs a hobby, like gambling. The game takes you to famous locations from The Lord of the Rings, from the perspective of Aragorn, from Mines of Moria to Rivendell to Helm's Deep. You start off in Bree, fighting off the attack from Sauron. Yes, you all look the same. Truly putting the Bree in inbreeding. All these locations look great. Usually Wii games to me don't look that good, unless they're made by Nintendo themselves. But in general, Wii games don't really look as good as some GameCube games even. But this one looks pretty decent. The environments do look nice enough, and some of the levels expand so they become sort of an open world, like in Rivendell. Side quests open up, for example, killing spiders, goblins, and helping out other NPCs. You're also tasked to help out your fellow shippers. So you help out your fellow shippers and they come and join you for your quests, so they can just stand there while you fight for your life. I mean, Gimli might try now and then, but it's like Aragorn pulled the short straw and has to supervise the mental ward excursion. Especially Legolas, he hasn't been the same since the lobotomy. Time to ship him off to Santa's workshop with all the other expired elves. It is worth it to do these side quests because it gives you these artifacts to buy, and buying these artifacts is actually useful because they give you things like increased damage towards different enemy types, like goblins or orcs, and other perks as well in combat. And as you explore, you come across these character tokens which increase your attack and defense, as well as the attack and defense of your fellow friends. I don't know why you'd bother because they don't do anything. It is a bit baby's first RPG, but I wasn't expecting anything RPG, so it's kind of welcome. I thought it was literally just going to be wee-waggling your way through every level, which it is. Combat itself, though, is pretty wee-waggly. Man, I've been playing a lot of Wii games lately, haven't I? It is pretty responsive. For example, when it says to go up and you swipe the Wii remote up, it will flip over the enemy, exposing its weak spot, so you can deal massive damage. From Weathertop onwards, you get this torch, which is really good for walls and burning spider webs and such. You also get a bow, which, as you can imagine, you require aiming with the Wii remote for. You get a shield, which shields you. You get a spear, which you can use at range. Some trolls are weak to spear damage. And eventually you do get a horse for certain levels. There's this one where you're riding around doing everything while your friends just stare at you and drool. There is some horseback combat, which does remind me of Twilight Princess quite a bit. So the combat can be a combination as much as you want it to be. It could be just wee-waggling your way through, but it's more satisfying to do the weak spot thing, especially with trolls. Dealing with trolls can be hard, especially when you don't have mods in your chat. Follow me on Twitch. You have the special move where if you press B while swiping, it makes it stronger, or if you press A while swiping around, it initiates this battle cry, which strengthens yourself and your allies. I don't know why you'd bother once again, because they just suck. As you go through the levels, the characters will quote from the movie.
Shall not pass! I will draw you, Saruman.
So between the main levels, you get to go back if you want to into the Shire where they're having that birthday party, and you get to play these mini games which you can earn coins to buy new artifacts from. These mini games range from just shooting a bow at targets to going on this imaginary quest in the woods. They're pretty fun. Samwise Gamgee looks good in the pre-rendered cutscenes, but in the actual game, he looks like some nightmarish fiend who definitely knows how to hide a body. The game does draw from the source material pretty loyally, but it adds some side quests and RPG elements to it, which is a nice addition. You even get to fight the Balrog, which was unexpected.
The Balrog should not pass! It was gonna pass, but I said no! You cannot pass! You are banished! Pass, run you!
The voice acting is nicely done.
You shall not!
Even if all the actors didn't come back to do the voices, they didn't really see the value in it, I guess. But the ones that did replace them do sound like the characters enough that it isn't distracting.
What about breakfast?
Enough about the breakfast. I just think it's great that they got Kathleen Kennedy back to do the voice of the Nazguls.
Overall, Friday Baggins, don't tempt me. I think the game does a fantastic job of recreating the scenes from the movies. It's not a difficult game. It's very short. I would say 20 centimeters, give or take. And it's a pretty cheap game, just like I'm a very cheap wizard. And unlike certain games, the motion controls actually work. It gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Why? Because it did indeed pass! And because it's my channel. Well, it's Dave's channel, not Gandalf's channel. Look to the dawn, and I will be a white old man. Shadowfax! Onwards! End the video now. That's fine. Subscribe!
Look at that.
Ha ha ha!